Hi, River Park Church. I am outside of the church building and it's just slightly raining here Tuesday afternoon. You can smell the wetness, smell the rain, smell the spring, and you can see it as well behind me. I've been talking about the on-ramp and sort of gray zone of our current situation. In between the way that things were before the pandemic and the way that things will be after the pandemic. And I've shared about the anxiety of that on-ramp kind of moment and time, because partly it's an anxious time because it's not just a moment, but it continues for weeks, months, years. And as we're talking about the history of the world, sometimes these gray zones or on-ramps can continue from one age to another. Those gray zones can continue for decades. Remembering Old Testament stories in the world of the Old Testament, perhaps you remember these as well, that there were gray zones, anxious places in the Old Testament as well. One of them was the wilderness. The wilderness was never in the Old Testament seen as a place to be tamed or conquered, but rather it was a place of testing and trying. It was a dangerous place, barren and good for nothing. Another of these places was the space between fortified cities. After all, the ancient Israelites lived in an agrarian world, and fortified cities were built up around farming communities to protect crops and to protect farmers, to guard in safety the livestock and crops that were built and then inevitably stored and sold and traded. Because all of those commodities were ripe for theft and for profiteering, they had to be protected. And so they were protected in storehouses and they were protected in cities, and most notably in fortified cities. Maybe some of you even remember one of the ancient Israelite laws, where if someone accidentally committed a crime, they would be able to go to what's called a city of refuge. Those were those fortified cities as well. Places that even someone who had accidentally killed someone could be safe. In the midst of our anxious world, in the midst of the unsafe places we find ourselves, we always look for strongholds. We always look for places where we can be comfortable, safe, and secure. Heck, even in the midst of this weather, I'm eager to get back inside, and I'm glad that I don't have to walk home, that I have my car. So I wonder this morning, I want to ask you, where are you looking for safety, for security, and for a stronghold? Where are you finding the comfort and the relief from your anxiety? Some of us look to ourselves. Some of us look to the church. But I want to suggest to you that anyone other than God will ultimately let us down. That's it. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll look forward to worshiping together this Sunday. I'm going to go meet the mailman and get our mail. Have a blessed week.